All right, good morning. Welcome out to Goldsboro, North Carolina. We're back here at ECAP, getting things started as we get underway here. Your Kings East-Neely taking on the TPA National Zuber. This is going to be a rematch from last Saturday. First pitch getting ready to come down the pipe. Outside for a ball, 1-0's the count. This will be a rematch from last Saturday. I'll get stats up here for you in just a minute. Leading things off this half inning, number 5, Mekhi Gibbs digs in. The 1-0 offer to Mekhi, and that'll catch the lower part of the zone for a strike. That'll even things up, 1 ball, 1 strike here. The 1-1 in there for a strike. Middle part of the zone that time, 1-2's the count. So your Canes took TPA Nationals last week or weekend before last. 6-2 was the score. Lefty-righty matchup. The lefty shakes off his first and second pitch. He's got what he wants. The southpaw comes ready. The 1-2. Breaking ball sails high. 2-2's the count. Mekhi, the leadoff batter this half inning to get us going. Digs back in. 2-2. Pitch home. And time called as he steps out. Waiting on deck, number 13, Jake Zambardino. So Mekhi digs back in. Field 4 here at ECAP, the 2-2 offer. And just misses the outside corner, worked it to a full count here. So Mekhi will dig back in. Pitcher's got his sign, come set, payoff, and time called again. Mekhi takes a breath, digs in from the right side. Southpaw looks in, has got his sign, payoff pitch. That'll miss low for a ball, and Mekhi's on with a base on balls. 1-0's a runner at first. Nobody out here in the top of the first here at ECAP. That'll bring up number 13, Jake Zambardino, with number 10, Eli Suggs, waiting on deck. Mekhi will get his lead at first, got the other mitt on. Southpaw looks in, has got his sign. Pick attempt over to first as Mekhi slides back in plenty of time. Jake's got his sign from Coach Neely down to third base line. He digs in from the right side. Another lefty-righty matchup here. Pickoff attempt again, not in time. Mekhi with a decent lead. The pitch home, misses low and in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher. 1-0's the count. Pitch home. That'll miss the outer half. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Mekhi with a decent lead. The pitch home. Sails high, ball 3. 3-0's the count. Jake digs back in. Lefty-righty matchup. 3 balls, no strikes. Hitters count here. Southpaw comes set. Pitch home. That's in there for the ceremonial 3-0 strike 1. Upper part of the zone. 3-1's the count. Pick attempt over to first. Mekhi slides back in. Jake will dig back in from the right side. The southpaw looks in, gets his signs, got what he wants. Mekhi with his lead at first. Pitch home. That'll sail high, miss for ball 4. Back-to-back walks puts 2 runners on for the Canes to get things started here in the top of the first. And time called on the field as TPA coach go out and have a talk with his pitcher. Once again here at ECAP, 8:30 start time. 8:32 was the official start time, hour and 50-minute game. For those of you keeping track at home, This is game 1 for the Canes. They play the Orange County Crushers in game 2 today in pool play. Both games will be here on field 4. Lucky not to be on field 1 today, as that one has such a small backstop. The backstop here is a normal size backstop, so pass balls do matter at the plate. And after a quick meeting at the pitcher's mound, we got runners at first and second. Mackay at second, Jake at first. That brings up number 10, Eli. Eli's going to dig in from the right side, so another lefty-righty matchup here. Pitcher checks the runner at second. Second baseman holding him on. Shortstop checks in behind him. They both bounce off. Pitch home. Swing and a miss for a strike. 0-1's the count. Eli looks down to third baseline, gets his sign. Digs in, back of the box. The 0-1. Shows bunt. First crashes, and pitcher steps off. That'll bring the first baseman in on the grass. Third baseman plays back for the runner. The 0-1 shows bunt again, or picks off, attempt, steps off the back, no throw. Digs back in again. First baseman playing the grass. Third baseman playing even with the bag. We'll see if he goes back to the bunt. That'll miss in the dirt. Gets stopped by the catcher. That evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eli digs back in. Pitcher takes a run, look at Mackay. Shortstop checking in behind him. Shows bunt. Fouls it off. And that'll bring the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sun rising up behind us here at ECAP. Eli digs in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Gavin Whitley awaits on deck. The 1-2. Sails high and outside. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Eli digs in. 2-strike approach here. Pitch home. Comes up empty. 1 away. So with 1 away, that'll bring up number 33, Gavin Whitley. Puts Bryson Nilsson on deck. Runners at first and second. Mackay at second. Jake at first. First pitch, low and away, swings through it, comes up empty. 0-1's the count. The 0-1 offer. That'll just miss. 1-1's the count. The 1-1. Swings through that one, low and inside, comes up empty again. 1-2's the count. After a meeting at the mound with the pitching coach, pitcher settled in. The 1-2. And goes down, calls it low for strike out number 2. So back-to-back walks, back-to-back strikeouts, puts a runner at first and second with 2 away. That'll bring up your catcher, number 3, Bryson Nelson, and put number 2, Lucas Neely, on deck. Bryson digs in from the right side. Runners get their leads. Swing and a miss as he comes up empty, and the southpaw working that inside of the plate pretty well. The 0-1. Comes up empty again. 0-2's the count. The 0-2 offer. And throw down to third, over to third baseman. He's going to come home. Going to be a play at the plate. Slides in. He's safe. Jake trails. So on the overthrow pitch from the catcher to the third baseman, Mackay's going to take third and then score off of that. So 1-0 your score here in the top of the first. That moves another runner 90 feet away. 1 ball, 2 strikes here, 2 away here in the top of the first. Bryson digs in from the right side. The southpaw comes set. The 1-2 sails high. 2-2's the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Pitch home. And goes down looking for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the first. They put 1 up. 1-0 your score. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back as we go to the bottom of the first. Leading things off, number 1 for the TPA Nationals. He'll dig in from the right side as we give you your defensive alignment here. Left to right, Lucas Neely in left, Jake Zambardino in center, Mackay Gibbs in right. First pitch coming down the pipe. And just a little low. Ball 1's the count. Moving third to first. believe that is Maddox at third, Eli at short, Davis at second, Gavin at first. Your pitcher, Mason Brown, and his battery mate behind the plate, Bryson Nelson. That'll be your defensive alignment to start things off this game. 1-0 your score here in the bottom of the first. Leadoff batter for TPA, number 1, as he digs in from the right side. 1-0 the count here. And the pitch home. Fouls it back. 1-1's the count. So both teams starting lefties today. Mason's got his sign, the 1-1. Ropes it down to third base line. Good backhand by Maddox. Throw across the field. 1 away. Maddox with the great backhand on the third base line over to Gavin at first. And 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up number 24 for TPA Nationals. So he digs in from the right side. 1 away, nobody on. Bit of a run on that one. He fouls it back. 0-1's the count. Brown's got his sign, the 0-1 offer. Drills that one deep. That'll send Jake back, and he'll make the grab for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. And that will bring up the lefty here for TPA. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Gets him to chase on a running breaking ball there. 0-1's the count. This is number 72 for TPA. He digs back in. 0-1. Foul tipped into the mitt. 0-2's the count. And time called as Bryson wants to go out and have a talk with Mason. And meeting of the minds is over, so we're going to get back to it. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on for number 72. He digs back in from the left side. Mason's got his sign. The 0-2 offer. Just a bit short. 1-2's the count. Batter digs back in. The 1-2 offer. And comes up empty, drop third. They're going to have to throw it down to first. And they'll get him for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, go TPA. We go to the top of the second. 1-0 your score. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Goldsboro as we go to the top of the second. Canes nursing a 1-0 lead right now over the TPA National Zuber. Leading things off this half inning will be number 2, Lucas Neely, with number 1, Davis Whitley, awaiting on deck. Lucas digs in from the right side, lefty-righty matchup here. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1's the count. The 0-1 offer. Swing and a miss. Comes up empty, 0-2. The 0-2 offer. And chases one high and out of the zone. One away. That'll bring up number 11, Davis Whitley. Number 14, Maddox Stanley, awaits on deck. Well, look at a dry baseballs. The turf is wet here from the morning dew. Davis digs in from the right side. One away here in the top of the second. Pitch home. Misses outside. 1-0's the count. The 1-0 offer. Sells high. 2-0 to count. Pitch home. 3-0 to count. A hitter's count here for Whitley. Maddox Stanley awaits on deck. Davis digs in from the right side. Lefty-righty matchup here. The southpaw comes set. Pitch home. That'll miss. Ball 4. So 4 straight balls, and Davis Whitley draws the base on balls as he heads down to first. That brings up number 14, Maddox Stanley. And that'll put your starting pitcher, number 12, Mason Brown, on deck. Stanley looks down to third base line, gets his sign from Coach Neely. One away here in the top of the second. As Davis gets his lead, the lefty comes set. Catches the outer half for a strike. 0-1's the count. So no balls, 1 strike. Davis with his lead. Pitch home. Sells high. That'll even the count. Both Miller brothers in the lineup today. Miller is with, Stanley brothers, as Miller's with us as well. That'll catch the outer half. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 1 away. 72's got his sign. Pitch home. Sells high. Good stop by the catcher. Keeps Davis at first, and that'll even the count, 2-2. The 2-2 offer. Lays off of it. Just misses. Good hold there for Maddox there. That's worked it to a full count. Full count, digs in from the right side. 2-strike approach here. The lefty looks in, has got his sign, comes set. Payoff pitch. That'll sell high and outside, kick away. Davis will take off down to second. That puts 2 runners on with 1 away here. That'll bring up the pitcher, number 12, Mason Brown, with number 7, Andrew Havaskas, awaiting on deck. Brown looks down to third base line, gets his sign. Digs in from the right side. Pitcher plays in on the grass, expecting a bunt situation here. Shortstop checks in behind Davis, comes in, pulls back for a ball. 1-0's the count. Mason digs in. First baseman's playing About halfway down the first base line. Bunt down the third base line would move a runner. Pulls it back for a strike. 1-1's the count. Gets a sign, digs back in. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Runners with their lead. Shortstop checks in behind Davis. He bounces off. That'll catch the lower part of the zone. 1-2's the count. So that takes the bunt off. First baseman moves back. The 1-2 offer. Fouls it back. Chased one high, but was able to get a piece of it. 1-2's the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 runners on, 1 away. Pitcher digs in, lefty-lefty matchup here. He's got what he wants, the 1-2 offer. Taps it down to first base line, foul. So we'll reset again. The 1-2. That'll miss inside. Kick away. Both runners will advance. 1 base apiece. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And 2 Canes runners in scoring position. So base hit would score a run here. Good speed on the base pass right now. .72 toes the rubber for TPA. Looks in, has got his sign. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch home. And chases one high for strike 3. So with 2 away, that'll bring up number 7, Ander Havaskis, and put number 1, Miller Stanley, on deck. 2 runners in scoring position here. That'll miss in the dirt. 1-0's the count. Davis Woodley at third. Maddox Stanley at second. The 1-0. And that'll hit him. And with the hit by pitch, that'll load the bases. And that'll bring up number 1, Miller Stanley, to the plate. That puts the top of the lineup, number 5, Makai Gibbs, on deck. And time called. Bases juiced here. 2 away. Davis at third, Maddox at second, Ander at first, Miller Stanley at the plate now with 2 away here in the top of the second. 1-0 your score here in ECAP, the Halloween Havoc tournament for a perfect game. And after a quick meeting, we'll get back to it. So Miller digs in from the right side, so lefty-righty matchup here with 2 away. Bases juiced. That'll miss high and outside. 1-0's the count. Stanley digs back in, back of the box, right side. The 1-0 offer. In there for a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 offer upcoming. In there, catches the outer half, 1-2. And the 1-2 offer. Comes up empty, and they leave 3 stranded, back-to-back strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 your score. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Goldsboro, ECAP, Field 4. Bottom of the second we go. Canes hold a 1-0 lead. Left 3 stranded in the top of the second. As we get your defensive alignment set up here. Ander will go to third. Maddox will go to left. Everything else will remain the same. Brown still towing the rubbers. Got his sign, come set. Pitch home. Just misses for a ball. 1-0's the count. Lefty-righty matchup here. 1-0 the count. Pops it foul and out of play. 1-1. Brown gets a sign from Nelson behind the plate. He's got what he wants, the 1-1. Breaking ball just came in a little low. 2-1's the count. The 2-1 offer. Said he didn't go. 3-1's the count. So hitters count here, 3 balls, 1 strike. That'll catch the outer half and work it full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count payoff pitch. Down the first base line, tailing, foul. We'll reset and do that one again. And Mackay will play a little bit closer to the line here as we do another payoff pitch. Drills that one deep. And that'll burn Maddox. He's making his round at second. They're sending him to third. They're going to throw it in. Got him. And he's out trying to stretch it into a triple. Great play by the Canes. And that's going to be Maddox to Eli to Ander. One away. 7-6-5 the play. That'll bring up number 20 to the plate, first baseman for TPA. Pitch home. Catches the inner half. 0-1's the count, off speed. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses low and inside. 1-1. Lefty-righty matchup here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch home. There, drills it into left field. Maddox on the run. Foul ball. 1-2 the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody on, 1 away here in the bottom of the second. So this is Brown versus Brown here. Batter's last name Brown as well. Time called. And I believe number 20 for the TPA, I believe this is the first baseman. As he digs back in. Lefty-righty matchup here, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sailed high, 2-2's the count. Sent it high part of the zone, see if he chased. He laid off of it. Digs in, the 2-2. Fouls it off. Onto the other field. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. And the 2-2 offer. Breaking ball just missed. Full count. Full count payoff pitch. Comes up empty. 2 away. That will bring up number 26 for TPA. Another righty, so another lefty-righty matchup here. Long look in, Mason's got his sign. Pitch home. Fouls it off. 0-1 count. The 0-1 offer. Toe tapper could be trouble. Bounces to the glove of Ander. Fires across the field. Got him. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Nationals again. We go to the top of the third. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Goldsboro. Top of the third we go. 1-0 your score. Top of the lineup for the Canes, number 5, Mekhi Gibbs, number 13, Jake Zambardina. Both of Jake waits on deck. Both reach base in the top of the first by a base on balls apiece. Mekhi will dig in from the right side. 72, the lefty, still towing the rubber. Pitch home. That'll miss low for a ball. 1-0's the count. The 1-0 offer. Foul tipped into the catcher. 1-1 to count. Mekhi digs back in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got his sign from Coach Neely down to third base line. Pitcher comes set. The 1-1 offer. In there for a strike. 1-2's the count. The 1-2. Ball sails high. 2-2's the count. Two balls, 2 strikes. Mekhi, the leadoff batter this half inning. That'll miss. He's worked it to a full count. Mekhi takes a breath. Digs in from the right side, back of the box. 2-strike approach, 3 balls, 2 strikes, payoff pitch. Time called. He'll dig back in, back of the box. Pitcher's got his sign, payoff pitch. That'll miss low, and Mekhi draws another walk. So Mekhi takes his trot down the first base line. And when Mekhi reaches base, the Canes are 47-3. That is totally a made-up stat. I have no idea what it is, but it's pretty high. Swing and a miss, comes up empty. 0-1's the count. Jake digs back in from the right side. Mekhi with his lead. First baseman holding him on. Pitcher takes a look at Mekhi. Another look. Steps off. Mekhi with a good lead, dancing over at first, staying in the hit of the pitcher. In there for a strike. 0-2 to count. Number 10, Eli Suggs, awaits on deck. The 0-2. Comes up empty. For the first out of this half inning. 1 away. Number 10, Eli Suggs will dig in from the right side. Swing and a miss. Comes up empty. 0-1's the count. Number 72 for TPA, dangerous against the Canes on those low inside pitches. The Canes chase a lot of them so far this game. The 0-1. Lays off of that one. 1-1's the count. One ball, 1 strike. Fouls it straight back. All on top of it, 1-2. Eli gets his sign down the third base line from Coach Neely. Mekhi gets his lead at first. Back of the box, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2-strike approach here for number 10. Pops it up, right side, high ball, first baseman giving chase, and out of the glove on the fence. Good hustle by the first baseman for TPA. Just out of camera view there. So Eli will get another one. So we'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Back of the box for number 10. Mackay with his lead. Mackay was off on the pitch at last pitch. That'll miss in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher behind the plate. That works the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Suggs digs back in. The 2-2 offer. That could be trouble. That's going to drop. Play at first. Oh, pulls him off the bag, and Mackay's got to get back to second, and luckily got back in time. Ball came out of the glove. And time called. So he'll reach on the base hit. Single by Eli Suggs puts runners at first and second with 1 away. That's going to bring up number 33, Gavin Whitley. And Mackay about had to hold up. That was kind of no man's land. Eli was able to make it to first, pulled the first baseman off of first on the throw. Mackay slid on the turf at second, was able to make it back. That's how where we're at now. Mackay at second, Eli at first. Gavin Whitley digs in from the right side. Pitch home. Foul tipped into the mid. 0-1's the count. The 0-1. Misses high. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mackay at second. Eli at first. Second shortstop checks in behind Mackay. Pitcher takes a look. Comes set. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Number 3, Bryson Nelson awaits on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-strike approach here for Whitley. Lefty-righty matchup, the 1-2 offer. And he'll come up empty. 2 away. So with 2 away, runners at first and second here in the top of the third. That'll bring up your catcher, number 3, Bryson Nelson. Put number 2, Lucas Neely on deck. Misses low, 1-0's the count. Bryson digs back in, back of the box. The 1-0. Misses low again. Good eye for number 3. 2-0's the count. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch home. That ball sell high, 3-0 the count. Time called. All right, after the meeting, we'll go back to it. 3 balls, no strikes. Hitters count here for Bryson. We'll see if he takes all the way here. Number 72 pitches. That'll sell high for ball 4. And bases loaded once again, back-to-back innings. And I'm sure we'll have a runner for the catcher here once Bryson touches first. Time called. And this could just be a meeting with bases loaded once again and 2 away. Same as in the top of the second. So the umpire will come in and break up the meeting here. And 72 still going to toe to rubber for TPA. So we'll reset for you here. Mackay Gibbs at third. Eli Suggs at second. Mackay at third, Eli at Suggs. Bryson will come in. Gavin will take over running duties for Bryson as Bryson's the catcher. Lucas Neely in. First pitch misses outside. 1-0's the count. Number 11, Davis Whitley awaits on deck. Canes desperately need runs. The 1-0. Misses outside again. 2-0's the count. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch home. That'll catch the upper part of the zone. Just at the letters, 2-1. Canes left three stranded in the top of the second, looking to push some across here. The 2-1 offer, excuse me. Swings, comes up empty. Time called. As coach will have a talk with his batter. Mackay at third, Eli at second, Gavin Whitley at first. 2 away here in the top of the third. 1-0 to score here. Canes with a 1-run lead. Number 72, Foster for TPA, towing the rubber. And after the quick visit, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces wild, top of the third. Neely digs in from the right side. Foster takes a look, comes set, the 2-2 offer. That'll miss, and he's worked it to a full count here. So full count, nowhere to put him. So looking for base hit ball 4 here. Foster's got his sign. He comes set, the payoff pitch. That'll miss outside, ball 4, and that'll walk in a run. And that's going to bring up number 11, Davis Whitley. 2-0 your score here in the top of the third. That moves Eli to third, Gavin to second, and Lucas to first, excuse me. 2 away. Davis digs in from the right side. Pitch home. Sails high for a ball. 1-0's the count. The 1-0. Sails high and outside. 2-0's the count. Got some action in the TPA bullpen. Number 14, Maddox Stanley, awaits on deck. The 2-0 offer. Outside, 3-0 to count. Hitters count here for Davis. The 3-0. In there for the ceremonial 3-0, strike 1. Davis taking all the way there. Davis will dig back in. The 3-1 offer. Time called as Foster asked for his catcher to come out and have a talk with him. And a quick meeting here. So Davis will dig back in. 2 outs, 3 balls, 1 strike. Bases juiced. Eli at third. Gavin at second. Lucas at first. The 3-1. In there for a strike, and he's worked it to a full count here. So another full count with 2 away and bases juiced. Full count payoff pitch. That'll miss low for ball 4. And a back-to-back walks in another run. We're going to have a changing of the guards here. So time called. And we'll step aside. We'll have a pitching change here. We'll let you know who it is when we come back. You're watching the Two Dad Sports Network here on YouTube. All right, welcome back. New pitcher in for the TPA Nationals. That will be number 48, Barry, a righty. Let's give you the line on Foster. He goes 2 2/3 innings, 1 hit, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 8 walks, 8 strikeouts, 86 pitches, 41 were strikes, 18 batters faced. Now in the box, number 14, Maddox Stanley. First pitch, swings and misses, comes up empty. 0-1's the count. Bases juiced here in the top of the third. Gavin Whitley on third, Lucas at second. That one catches the outer half for a strike. Maddox finds himself an 0-2 hole. Davis Whitley at first, 2 away, 0-2 the count. The 0-2 offer. And comes up empty for strike 3. So the new pitcher comes in. Barry gets them out of a jam. They leave 3 stranded, push 2 more across. 3-0 your score. We go to the bottom of the third. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Goldsboro. We go to the bottom of the third. We'll give you some defensive changes here. Lucas will go to second, Eli to short, Ander at third. I believe that's Davis in left. And I think that's Miller in center. Everything else will stay the same. And we go to the bottom of the third. Mason Brown still towing the rubber. 3-0 your score. Number 87 digs in from the right side. Lefty-righty matchup here. Pitch home. That'll miss in the dirt. 1-0's the count. You wonder how these long innings affect your pitchers. So we'll see how Mason does here. The 1-0 offer. Swings, comes up empty. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cook digs back in from the right side. The 1-1. Breaking ball. Drops in there. Comes up empty again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. Gets his sign, comes set, the 1-2 offer. And comes up empty. And he caught that. They'll throw it down to first. Get the out either way. So strikeout. 0-1's count. So 1 away. That'll bring up number 9. So another righty matchup, lefty-righty matchup here. So he digs in from the right side. In there for a strike at the knees. 0-1's the count. Caught the inner half of the plate. The 0-1. Same pitch. A little more of the middle part of the plate there. 0-2 to count. The 0-2. Little toe tapper. Mason will grab it, turn, throw to first. 2 away. So that'll be Mason to Gavin. 2 away. That'll bring up number 19 to the plate for TPA. First pitch. Little runner. Fouled off. 0-1 the count. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Working way ahead. 0-2 to count. Batter moves up in the front of the box. The 0-2 offer. Set up outside, missed. 1-2 the count. Tried to get him to chase. Not a bad 0-2 pitch. The 1-2. And he'll go down looking for strike number 3. 3 up, 3 down, go TPA. We go to the top of the 4th, 3-0 your score. You're watching Canes East-Neely Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, we go to the top of the fourth. Leading things off this half inning for your Canes, number 12, Mason Brown. Number 7, Ander Havaskas awaits on deck. Righty-lefty matchup here. Catches the outer half for a strike. 0-1's the count. This is the new pitcher for TPA. He came in, got him out of a jam in the top of the third. Mason chases that one, 0-2. So Mason finds himself in an 0-2 hole, two-strike approach here. He digs in. The righty comes set, pitch home. And that'll miss low, 1-2 to count. Barry, number 48 for TPA. Toe in the rubber. 1-2. Misses low and away. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitcher asks for the sign skin as he comes set. The 2-2 offer. Foul tipped. Right off the end of the bat there. And he'll dig back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shakes off his first sign, shakes off his second, shakes off his third. Comes set. The 2-2. Time called. He'll dig back in here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff batter. Pitcher comes set. And got him with the breaking ball. 1 away. So with 1 away, that'll bring up number 7, Ander. Another lefty. He'll dig in from the left side. Number 1, Miller Stanley awaits on deck. Breaking ball just catches the outer half. 0-1's the count. The 0-1 offer. That'll catch the inside. 0-2. The 0-2 offer. Sells high and outside. Tried to get him to chase. He laid off of it. 1-2's the count. Barry's come in, been a very effective pitcher for TPA. The 1-2. Laid off of it, but goes down, looking, says blue. 2 away. Back-to-back strikeouts for Barry. And that'll bring up number 1, Miller Stanley. Miller's going to dig in from the right side. Righty-righty matchup here. Just a bit inside. 1-0's the count. Top of the lineup, number 5, Makai Gibbs awaits on deck. Stanley digs back in. 1-0. That'll miss in the dirt. 2-0's the count. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch home. Gets a hold of that one. Second baseman ranges to his left, says he's got it. He'll put it away. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Canes. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 your score. You're watching Canes East Baseball here on the 2 Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to ECAP. Bottom of the fourth we go. Canes holding a 3-0 lead over TPA thus far. Brown still towing the rubber. Maddox in left. Jake in center. Mackay in right. The infield and defensive alignment remains the same. Lefty-lefty matchup to get things started here. Shows bunt. Puts it down. Mason will play it. Throw to first, not in time. So they'll reach on a single on a bunt. And that puts a runner at first to get things started here. It's top of the order as they flip the lineup. Number 1 steps in from the right side, runner at first. Gavin holding the runner at first. Mason comes set. Pick to first, not in time. Pitch home. Misses outside. 1-0's the count. The 1-0 offer. Pick attempt to first again. Larson digs back in from the right side. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner's gone. In there for a strike, and he'll have a stolen base. 1-1's the count. Lucas comes over to check the runner at second. The 1-1. Off speed, gets him swinging, comes up empty. 1-2's the count. Digs back in, back of the box. 2-strike approach here. Runner at second. Lucas holding him on. Mason checks the runner. Lucas will bounce off. Pitch home. Off speed, drills it deep into left field. Maddox is running back. It's going to be off the wall. That's going to plate 1 run. As he left that one just hanging. They're thinking 2. They're thinking 3. Throw in, not in time. Good backup by Mason. And a triple for number 1 Larson puts TPA on the board. 3-1 here, threatening with a runner 90 feet away. Nobody out. So I don't know what the question was there. They were asking something, don't know what the question was there. Anyway, runner at third. That'll bring up number 24 to the plate. 3-1 your score here in the bottom of the fourth, threatening with another run 90 feet away. Pitch home. Pops it up. Mackay ranges back, comes in, makes the grab. Runner's gone, and he'll reach on the sac fly. And that'll put the TPA within 1. 3-2 your score here. 1 away in the bottom of the fourth. Nobody on. Down the third base line. That's going to tell foul out of play. 0-1's the count. And this is Foster as your starting pitcher for TPA. 0-1 to count, one away. Nobody on. Lefty-lefty matchup here. The 0-1 offer. Just misses low and away. 1-1's the count. The 1-1. Just inside, misses. 2-1's the count. The 2-1 offer. That'll miss outside, 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 away, nobody on. Pitch home. Down the third base line into the glove of Ander, takes a couple steps, fires across the field. Out number 2. So that'll be Ander to Gavin at first. And that'll bring up number 21. 21's last at bat, stroked one into left field, burnt the left fielder, but he was thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple. So 2 away here. Pitch home. Drills it deep left field. Maddox on the run. Foul ball. So he'll dig back in again, 0-1 to count. Two away. Pitch home. Drills that one. Oh, just past the outstretched glove of Eli at short, and that's another single. And that'll put a runner at first with 2 away. That'll bring up the first baseman, number 20. So Brown and Brown again. Brown in the box, Brown on the bump. Runner with a good lead at first. Pick attempt, just does get back in time. Tying run now at first base. Shakes off his first sign, likes his second, comes set. Runner with a good lead at first. Pick attempt, ooh, just got back in time. Got him leaning towards second. Number 20, Brown, still looking for his first pitch. Swing and a miss for a strike. 0-1's the count. Runner with a good lead at first. Pick attempt again. Just is getting that hand back in there. No balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Runner gets his lead. Gavin holding him on at first. Mason looks in, has got his sign. Comes set. The 0-1. Sails high. Good stop by Bryson behind the plate. 1-1's the count. Throw down to first. Gets past the first baseman. The throw down to first. He gets back to first. One. The 1-1 offer. Pops it up a mile high. Bryson's looking to make a play, and he will for out number 3. They leave 1 stranded. TPA pushes 2 across. We go to the top of the 5th, 3-2 your score. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the 2Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back out to ECAP. TPA put 2 up in the bottom of the 4th. Canes back to a 1-run lead here. Leading things off, top of the lineup, number 5, Makai Gibbs will dig in. Number 13, Jake waits on deck. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1's the count. About 22 minutes left on the game here. That one misses inside. 1-1's the count. Misses low at the knees, 2-1. Third inning, the Canes have started off with the top of the order. The 2-1 offer. Misses inside, 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Time called. Makai digs back in, hitter's count here. 3-1, pitcher comes set, delivers. That'll miss low, ball 4. Makai has drawn a base on balls all 3 of his at-bats. That'll bring up the center fielder, number 13, Jake Zambardino. Time called. Pitching coach come out and have a talk with his pitcher here. Game 1 here going on with about 21 minutes left in the game here. Hour and 50 minutes is the time limits. The Canes stay right here on field 4, and they'll take on the Orange County Crushers right after this. And we are going to have a pitch and change. We'll step aside just a moment. We'll be back. Let you know who the new pitcher is. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. All right, welcome back. New pitcher in, number 9 for the TPA Nationals. So Barry came in, pitched an inning and a third. No hits, no runs, no errors, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. 21 pitches, 12 were strikes. He faced 5 batters. And number 9 digs in another righty, Makai, with a big lead at first as number 9 comes set. Pick attempt over to first, not in time. And this is number 13, Jake Zambardino. Swings and misses, comes up empty. 0-1's the count. Makai with his lead at first. The 0-1. Throw down and gets past the glove of the shortstop. So Makai will be credited with a stolen base. One ball, 1 strike here to Jake. Makai at second. Pitcher looks in, gets his sign. He's got what he wants, comes set. Shortstop checks in behind Makai. takes a look. Shortstop bounces off. Pitch home, shows bunt. Puts down the bunt. Nobody covering first. Second comes over to cover. They get the out, but they advance the runner. So good move by Jake for the sack bunt. Moves a runner 90 feet away, and that brings up number 10, Eli Suggs. Puts number 33, Gavin Whitley, on deck. Eli will dig in from the right side. Mackay dancing off a third. Ball sails high and inside. 1-0's the count. Good speed at third base. The 1-0. Gets a hold of that one, fouls it off over towards the Canes dugout down the third base line. Eli digs back in. Pitcher checks the runner at third. Nobody holding him on. The 1-1. Off speed, comes up empty, 1-2. The 1-2. Steps off. That'll move Mackay back to third. Eli digs back in. Pitch home. Sails high. 2-2's the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he goes down looking. 2 away. That'll bring up number 33, Gavin Whitley, as the infield plays back. Ball sails high, 1-0's the count. That puts your catcher, number 3, Bryson Nelson, on deck. The 1-0. Foul tipped down the first base line, out of play. That evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Canes looking to push Mackay across home plate here for an insurance run. The 1-1. Ball sails high. 2-1's the count. The 2-1 offer. And therefore strike covers the outer half of the plate. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-2. Sails high and inside. Full count. Full count here. Payoff pitch. Fouls it back, stay alive. And we'll do it again, another payoff pitch. Foul tipped and 2 to mid, 4 out number 3. They leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 3-2 your score. You're watching Canes baseball here on the 2 Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Canes holding a one-run lead over TPA Nationals with about 11 minutes and 25 seconds left in the game. TPA is the home team, so they would get the final at bat either way. Davis Whitley will go to second. That's your only infield defensive change. That'll miss low. 1-0's the count. Maddox in left, Jake in center, Mackay in right. So everything else, Davis will be the only change defensively. 1-0 the count to number 26. Lefty-righty matchup here. Brown still towing the rubber. Breaking ball fouled off of him. 1-1 the count as he walks that one off. Batter digs back in. Brown's got his sign, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2's the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch home. And sits him down. 1 away. So with 1 away, that will bring up number 87, Cook. So he'll dig in from the right side. Fouls it back and out of play. 0-1's the count. Batter will dig back in from the right side. Bryson looks down, gets the sign, relays it into Mason. The 0-1 offer. In there for a strike on the outer half, 0-2. The 0-2 offer. Comes up empty for strike 3. So with 2 away, that'll bring up the current pitcher for TPA. Number 9, he'll dig in from the right side. Kushner. Fouls that right into the TPA dugout. Everybody ducking to get out of the way over there. 0-1 the count. Brown comes set, the 0-1. Miss is low and away. 1-1's the count. Pitch home. Fouls that one back and out of play. 1-2 count. 2 away, nobody on. The 1-2. Pops it up. Davis says he's got it, and he'll put it away for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. Go TPA, 3-2 your score. We go to the top of the 6th. You're watching Canes East-Neely Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the sixth. There's less than 5 minutes left in the game, so this will be the last inning here. TPA is the home team, so they get the final at bat. Leading things off for the Canes, number 3, Bryson Nelson. Number 2, Lucas Neely will be awaiting on deck. The Canes are currently nursing a 1-run, 3-2 lead over TPA as they look to put some insurance runs up before going into the bottom of this inning. Bryson digs in from the right side. Number 9, towing the rubber. First pitch in, misses high for a ball. 1-0's the count. Beautiful day here at the ballpark in Goldsboro. 81 set to be the high. That one misses for a ball, just misses the outside corner. 2-0's the count. Bryson digs back in. Swing and a miss for a strike. 2-1's the count. The 2-1 offer misses low. Hitters count here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pitch on. Pops it up a mile high. Third baseman calls everybody off. Shortstop calls him off. Makes the grab for out number 1. That'll bring up number 2, Lucas Neely. That'll put number 11, Davis Whitley, on deck. 1 away here in the top of the 6th. Lucas digs in from the right side. Swing and a miss. 0-1's the count. The 0-1. Comes up empty again. 0-2's the count. Lays off that one. 1-2's the count. Try to change his eyesight, see if he chase. Lucas wisely laid off of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That'll miss low. He calls that one a strike, so that's 2 away. So that'll bring up Davis Whitley with 2 away. Puts Maddox Stanley on deck. That'll miss. 1-0's the count. Davis digs back in. The righty looks in, has got his sign, the 1-0 offer. Oh, that caught the umpire. Foul ball, 1-1. I'll walk it out, give umpire a chance to make sure he's okay. He says he's good to go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Misses outside, 2-1. The 2-1 offer. In there for a strike. Pretty pitch down the heart of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces wild. The 2-2. And he'll wear that one on the back hip. So a hit by pitch will put Davis Whitley on first with 2 away. That's going to bring up number 14, Maddox Stanley. Put number 12, Mason Brown, on deck. Davis is trying to work that hip out. He says he's good. 2 outs, 2-out rally here, looking to put an insurance run across. Pops it up. And that's just going to get out of play. And he'll live to see another pitch. 0-1's the count. All the pullovers and jogging pants coming off for the short sleeve shirts and shorts here in late October. The 0-1. Pops that one foul and out of play. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Here in the top of the 6th. Maddox digs back in. Two-strike approach here. Fouls it back, stay alive. All on top of the ball. Stanley digs back in. The 0-2. That'll miss in the dirt, and Davis credited with a stolen base. Runner in scoring position for the Canes. Shortstop holding him on. Second baseman checks in. Pitcher takes a look at him. Comes set. The 1-2. Pops that one up. Center fielder will range in. Make the grab for out number 3. They leave one stranded. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Time's up. So this is it. The Canes 3 outs away. You're watching Canes baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Goldsboro. Bottom of the 6th we go. Time has expired. TPA is the home team, so they'll get the final at bat. The Canes nursing a 1-run lead here as number 19 digs in from the left side to get things started. Brown still towing the rubber. First pitch in from Brown. Drills that one deep and foul down the first baseline. And see, Maddox is at third, Eli at short, Davis at second, Gavin at first. Mason on the bump, Bryson, his battery mate, behind the plate. 0-1 the count. Pitch home. That'll miss low. 1-1's the count. Lucas Neely in left, Jake in center, Mackay in right. The 1-1. Little toe tapper, could be trouble. Good bounce, good grab, throw across field, got him. Great throw by Stanley as he barehanded that one. That'll be a good replay to see on Sideline HD for Maddox at third. That was a great barehand and throw, got him by a step. This brings up number 48, one of the relief pitchers for TPA, one away. He moves to the front, the back, the middle of the box. Pitch home. Just missed outside. 1-0's the count. Into left field, Lucas with the grab for out number 2, 2 away. So with 2 away, we'll flip it to the top of the lineup. Number 1 digs in from the right side. Larson digs in, pitch home. Misses low, 1-0's the count. Larson 1 for 2 on the day. The 1-0 offer. Fouls it back. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Fouls that one back as well. He's got him at a 1-2 count here. Number 1 digs back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch home. Breaking ball right into the glove of Eli Suggs for out number 3. So with that, the Canes will take it over the TPA Nationals 3-2 as they hold on to that 1-run lead. Mason Brown will finish the day with 74 pitches, 54 strikes, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts, facing 21 batters. Stick around for Game 2 as the Orange County Crushers are coming on the field, getting ready to get started. We were slated for 10:30, but you know us, we're going to be late. Just stick around, hit that like and subscribe. You'll be notified when we go live. Canes-Heelys takes the first game 3-2. Stick around for Game 2. Goodbye, everybody.